Hey guys, welcome back to my true FPS tutorial series, and in this video we're gonna create a effect that when we move left, the weapon will be rotated a little bit to the left, and if we move right, the weapon will be rotated to the right. Okay, alright. So in the character animation blueprint, I'm gonna create a new function and I will call it weapon sway. Compile save, and in the event graph, in the animation graph, I'm gonna uh, I'm, I'm gonna call a node. Let's see, transform modify bone, and we're gonna modify the right hand bone. So in here will be the hand right. We just need the rotation, not the translation or scale. So I'm gonna promote the rotation to a new variable, and I will call it right hand rotation. Alright. So compile and save. And the rotation mode will be add to existing. And save. In the weapon sway function, we're gonna call the player reference, and we're gonna check if the player is aiming outside. So if the player is aiming outside, we're gonna reset the right hand rotation back to 0 0 0, and I'm gonna interpret, so the transition will be smooth. The delta time will be delta seconds, and the interrupt speed will be about 6. Alright, compile save. So when the player is not aiming outside, we're gonna set the right hand rotation, and I will also gonna interpret. The current will be the right hand rotation, the delta time, and the interrupt speed will be 6 as well. Alright, so the target, I will make a rotator, and in the y-axis, we're gonna get the move right variable of the player and plug it to the page. The move right variable is when the player press the move right button. So besides, actually we could multiply the value with a float, and we're gonna call it right hand rotation intensity, and then we can clamp the value just in case. So the mean value will be about -7, and the max will be 7. So compile save, and we're gonna call that function in the main event graph. So I'm gonna call the sway. Okay, so So let's test this out. Oh, so the sorry, the intensity is 0, so it's actually not gonna work. So I think intensity will be about 4, I guess. Okay, so if I move left and right, so actually I wanna crank up the intensity to about 10. As you can see, if we move right, the weapon will be rotated to the right, and the same goes for the left. Alright, so you can see that our left hand looks kind of weird. It is because I actually forgot to call a modifiable node to our left hand, so both the left and right hand will be rotated at the same time, so it won't cause the previous issue. So I alright, so compile and save. Make sure this is left hand and this is the right hand. Okay, so now, yep, they should be fine. Alright. Alright. Okay, now you can play around with this, but I'm gonna move on to the camera shake. So in the third person BP and in the camera manager, I will create a new blueprint class and I will find the camera shake. Here, select, and I will call it head bob walk, and duplicate this, and I will call it head bob sprint. Alright, so as you can see right now, our camera is kinda stationary, so we could add a little bit of shake to our camera when the character is walking or sprinting. So just add a little bit of realism to our character. Alright, so in the head bob sprint and head bob walk, we're gonna modify this variable here. Alright, so this is the values for the head bob walk. You can play with this, but these values are the good start for you. Make sure you take the single instance checkbox here. Alright, and this is the value for the head bob sprint. Once again, be sure to take this single instance checkbox. So once again, make sure to tick this single instance checkbox here. So these are the values. Alright, so when you're done with that, we're gonna head up to our movement input of the character blueprint. So in here we're gonna have a branch. So if this value is not equal to 0, we're gonna execute the rest of the code. Same goes for this. and then I'm gonna create a new function called handle camera check. Alright, so we're gonna call that function here. So in here we're gonna have a branch. So if the player is sprinting, we're gonna get the player controller and then play the camera check. Client play camera check. Alright, so the check here will be the head bob sprint scale will be 1, and also if the player is not sprinting, we're gonna play the walk head bob. Alright, so my bad. So actually in here we're gonna have the branch after we set the value for this variable. Alright, so compile and save, and then if we hit play, okay, so you can see a little bit of head bob while the character is walking. So if I sprint, there will be a little bit of camera check, if you can see that. Alright, so this is the end for this video, and I will see you in the next one.